Welcome students to our new YouTube channel Pharmatech, the division of excellence. In previous videos we see the micromeritics and powder rheology and then states of matter and third chapter surface tension part 1 and part 2. If you don't see the part 1, then you don't understand the part 2 of the surface tension. So both part 1 and part 2 videos are most important for GPAT exam preparation and also CET exam preparation. So we start with our new chapter, that means chapter number 4, rheology and viscosity. So let's start to this video. First, we see the definition of rheology. Rheology is a science which deals with flow of liquid and deformation of solid. Then, flow of liquids. First, non-Newtonian flow. The second one is Newtonian flow. And subtypes are plastic flow, pseudoplastic flow, and dilatant flow. Then, deformation of solid. First, plastic. It is permanent and irreversible. Then second one is elastic, spontaneous and reversible. Then next we see the Newtonian law of viscosity. Shearing stress is directly proportional to shearing rate. What it says that shearing stress is directly proportional to shearing rate, where F is directly proportional to dV upon dr, where F is shearing stress is equal to F upon A, force per unit area, and its unit is Newton per meter square. G is equal to dV upon dr is equal to shearing rate is equal to change in velocity upon change in distance, and the unit is second inverse. What is its unit? Second inverse. Then we see the rheogram. In rheogram, the x-axis F is plotted, which is shearing stress is equal to F upon A, that means force per unit area, and in y-axis G is plotted, where G is dV upon dr is equal to shearing rate is equal to change in velocity upon change in distance. Then we see the viscosity. It is a property of liquid which shows index of resistance to flow. Basic unit of viscosity is poise in CGS system, and convenient unit for viscosity is centipoise, that means CP. The dimensions divided into second per centimeter square or m L minus 1 T minus 1. Then fluidity is the reciprocal of viscosity. Unit is poise inverse. Viscosity coefficient N is equal to F upon G is equal to F upon A into dV upon dr. Then we see the kinematic viscosity second. It is viscosity is officially, that means IP, as Indian Pharmacopoeia expressed as kinematic viscosity. Kinematic viscosity N upon rho is equal to absolute viscosity of solid upon density of liquid, and its unit is stroke or centistroke. Generally, non-Newtonian fluids are expressed as apparent viscosity. Then temperature and viscosity. On increasing T, viscosity of gas increases due to increased collision, while viscosity of liquid is decreased. Then the next we see the equation, that means Arrhenius equation, most important. N is equal to A E up to under minus E upon RT. That means the formula is N is equal to A E upper minus E upon RT, where A is constant and depends upon molecular weight and molar volume. E is activation energy and R is gas constant and T is the temperature in Kelvin. Then we see the non-Newtonian flow, where there is no direct relation between shear stress and shear rate. These are three types of non-Newtonian flow. The first one is plastic flow. It is the Newtonian system at shear stress above yield value. Material does not begin to flow until a shearing stress corresponding to yield value exceeds, and it associated with presence of flocculated particle in concentrated suspension and emulsion. Then second type is pseudoplastic flow. Here, yield value is not associated as earlier. Shear stress increasing, viscosity decreases, and disarranged molecules begin to align their long axis in line of molecules, and it exhibits by natural and synthetic gum. Example tragacanth, CMC, NaCMC. Then third one is dilatant flow, opposite to pseudoplastic flow, and it increases in the shear rate, increase in resistance to flow as viscosity increases. Example deep flocculated suspension of magnesium magma. Then next we see the types of flow and its examples. First, Newtonian type of flow and its examples are water, glycerin, benzene, alcohol, syrup solution, very dilute colloid solution. Then second is plastic. It is also known as Bingham body. The examples are suspension of zinc oxide in mineral oil paint, printing inks and firm jellies, and also flocculated suspension 1 to 10% of solid content. Then third is pseudoplastic flow and its examples are natural and synthetic gums, polymers such as MC, CMC, tragacanth, sodium alginate, gelatin. And fourth one is dilatant flow. The examples are deflocculated suspension, more than 50% of solid content. Example concentrated titanium dioxide suspension. So the next we see the methods of viscosity determination. Viscosity measurements are Newtonian fluid. Method of determination is capillary viscometer, that means Ostwald viscometer, falling and rising bodies sphere. Then second, non-Newtonian fluid. The method of determination is cup and bob viscometer and cone and plate viscometer. Then next we see the ultrasonic shear rheometer. It is used for analyzing protein solution rheology. Then next, Instron capillary rheometer. It measures viscosity as a function of shear rate and temperature, particularly at a high shear rate. Then next we see the shear dependent and time dependent viscosity. Shear dependent viscosity involves either increase in apparent viscosity, that means shear thickening or dilatancy, or decrease in apparent viscosity, that means shear thinning or pseudoplasticity, with an increase in rate of shear. Shear thickening is displayed by suspension have a high solid content of small deflocculated particles. Shear thickening is displayed by polymer or macromolecular solutions. Then next we see the time dependent viscosity. Thixotropy, gel solution transformation, gel solution gel, plastic system bentonite. Examples are magma, gel, petrolactum, pseudoplastic system, dispersion of synthetic suspending agent. Then second is anti-thixotropy, that means it is negative thixotropy or rheopexy, solution gel transformation. It is inverse of thixotropy where solution gel solution, and the examples are magnesia magma, flocculated suspension 1 to 10% of solid content. Then next we remember the some points for this are plastic or Bingham bodies may show both time and shear dependent viscosity. More important, note that plastic or Bingham bodies may show both time and shear dependent viscosities. So the next we see the capillary viscometer. It also says relative viscosity, where the formula is Na upon Nb is equal to rho 1 into T1 upon rho 2 into T2, where rho is density of liquid, N is viscosity, T is time taken by liquid To reach from A mark to B mark, time taken to flow liquid from one mark to another mark under gravity is measured. The next equation is Poiseuille's equation. N is equal to pi r 4 T delta P upon 8 LV, where R is radius of inside capillary, delta P is pressure drop, L is length of capillary, and V is volume of the flowing liquid. Then next we see the plug flow. Plug flow, it occurs during analysis of plastic material when bob is rotated at lower speed. The stress closer to rotating bob may be higher than the yield value, but at inner wall of cup the stress may be below the yield value. The next important points to remember of rheology and viscosity are: the Ostwald viscometer determines the kinetic viscosity. The second point is paste mostly shows dilatant flow and some show pseudoplastic. And the ointment, gel, cream or semi-solid shows plastic flow, and the suspension shows flocculated plastic, while deflocculated shows dilatant. Then Brookfield viscometer, that means rotating spindle T viscometer, used to evaluate rheological properties of suspension. The next important points to remember is phase volume ratio, that means volume of dispersed phase to total volume and its type of flow. When the phase volume ratio is 5%, then the type of flow is Newtonian, and the phase volume ratio is 50%, then it is pseudoplastic flow, and the phase volume ratio is 74%, that means 50 to 74%, the flow is plastic. Welcome students to our new YouTube channel Pharmatech.